I drove 1,200 miles to my first anime convention, had a blast meeting all these people and making a story out of the whole experience, and these are the 7 lessons I learned from that experience. But if you'd like to know a little bit of the backstory, well, check out the link in the description. There's 2 video prequels to this episode, which will fill in the reason I went to the anime convention and all the people that I met there as well. But with that being said, let's jump into the first takeaway. Anime cons are a creator haven. From the exhibitors to the attendees, there's creativity in droves. Half-Star's cosplay was put together by friends, family, and his wife. Toby-chan, too, built his entire Killzone cosplay from scraps he found in the trash, giving entirely new meaning to No Stone Unturned. No, Toby, for you, no dumpster undived. And countless exhibitors were selling their own arts and wares, and that was just fantastic how much creativity was there. Furthermore, I was shocked at how little security was present. No metal detectors at the entrance, no guards with guns protecting theft in the merch area. Now, this may not come as a surprise to you, but to me this is huge. I mean, compared to my hobby of basketball, for instance, the last 3 games I went to all had metal detectors at the entrance, and 2 of those games were high school games. The number of families present was incredible. Yes, clearly you could tell that some kids dragged their parents there, and even some parents dragged their kids there in the case of Robert, but mostly I saw family units that were all in costume and all there to show their love of anime. I realized pretty quickly that nobody there had Twitter accounts and everybody was on Instagram. And so I guess my question to anyone watching is this a greater trend for the entire anime and cosplay world? Whether they were seeing a longtime friend or a cosplay of their favorite character, there was an abundance of enthusiasm reverberating through the halls. Screams and praise and hugs and high fives. It's just warming to see this exist between strangers these days. Which brings me to the fact that I rarely saw people break character. Half-Star, who I ran into multiple times, was always portraying a knight from the Middle Ages who fights for righteousness. He and so many others go so far as to even adopt the language of these characters, which makes it all the more immersive. So what is this place? I tried my best to compare it to that which I already knew. It's Halloween in that people take on roles, but they do so to the fullest. It's a farmer's market in that there are so many craftspeople there. It's a bar, lounge, nightclub, and that you may meet your best friend or even lifelong partner there. It's a moving strip mall for anime products. It's a local Super Bowl for cosplayers. It's an anime con. Truly, truly, nothing can compare to what I experienced at Anime New Mexico. I feel like it's in a world of its own, and I imagine that a lot of anime conventions are in a world of their own. And what stood out was the respect, kindness, and quirkiness that was ever present throughout the entire weekend. And I believe that the rest of the world can learn a thing or two, or even 7 things from y'all as I have.